G'day guys, Ron here from Osborne Digital Marketing. Today I'm going to show you how to create an SEO strategy. Now this video is going to be quite quick, so I've had some recommendations and I want your valuable input, my wonderful viewers, to let me know if you prefer the faster style of video or you want the longer video, the full creating a strategy, because to be completely honest, to create a succinct SEO strategy, it takes a day. At least it will take me at least 8 hours to formulate the strategy for a campaign. I'm going to try and make this very, very quick for you because I've had requests for quick videos and I've had requests for long from A to B videos. So let me know what you think of this. Put in the comments down below if you would actually like the longer video from A to B, the whole thing, like an 8-hour long video, or you like it where I just run through it to give you some tips. So let's progress. Now, if you are going to create an SEO strategy, the first thing you have to do is review your website. Now, you're going to have a checklist. So this is a free checklist that you can use. There'll be a link for this video, and this is what you're going to need. You can see a heap of tabs down below, but if you're doing an appropriate SEO strategy, you'll need this because you've got a lot of data that you have to track. So first things first, you want to review the website. Now, just as an example, guys, I've gone with Plumber Miami, my faithful, and I've grabbed a guy that was in position number 11 for that keyword. So not doing too well. So I've grabbed these guys here, Hernandez Plumbing. So, and I've placed their data into the actual spreadsheet. So let me just zoom in a little bit for you guys here so you can see this a bit better. There we go. Beautiful. So I'll get rid of that tab because as you can see, it's running a little bit slow. But what we want to do, very first thing is whenever you're creating an SEO strategy is you want to start grabbing your website data. So you are going to need to utilize something like SEMrush. So you want to ascertain, work out how many keywords you're ranking for, what your backlink profile is, and how strong and powerful your website is. So let's grab this again because that dropped all that information for me. Let's throw that in here. Now I do have videos specifically for how to create a SEO strategy for different types of companies. So I've got one for plumbing as an example, where I walk through everything. They're 1.5 hour long videos. They're long videos, but you will learn how to outrank your competitors. Whatever niche you're in, go and check out to see those videos to see your specific campaign. And again, if you like this style where I run through compared to walk you through everything slowly. So have a quick look. We want to document all of our keywords. So we want to go in and grab all of our keywords. Now I'm using SEMrush for this. So on your checklist, you'll need to come back over and place into, first of all, you would want to have your target keyword, what position we're in, and the volume for that keyword. You can place that information in there. Comment, you could be like, not ranking in the map pack for that. Now, keyword research. This is a tab where we would want to place the keywords that we're ranking for. So what SEMrush has identified that we're ranking for, because we want to ascertain, okay, maybe Miami, like as an example, Plumber Miami, here we go. It's saying that we're in position 5 for SEMrush, and it's saying that the search volume is 1,300. So this is why we always double check our tools, double check the live rankings, because things will be varied. So that's where we want to start. We want to get all of this information, okay? We want to have a look at our own data. Now, I'm not going over the Google Business Profile. Again, I'm doing a local SEO strategy video, depending upon what you guys want. If you want a long form video, if you want a short form video like this for local SEO, that'll determine what I make. So again, let me know in the comments. So that's what we need to do initially. Now on the checklist that I've created, so on the SEO strategy checklist, you can input that data up here. So you can have your domain, you can have your total keywords, you can have your backlink profile, you can have your authority score, just things to help you gain a bit of an understanding. So you want to go through, we can tick that bad boy off. Now Google Business Profile, like I said, we're not doing this. Next thing that we're going to need to do is review our competitors. Now, honestly, guys, the thing why I love SEO is because with SEO, you have a roadmap of what to do. Google's literally being like, do this and you'll succeed, man. Go do it. Go do it. Because that's what's awesome about it. So we need to find our top competitors, which I have already done. So in the competitor tab, you can place your competitors in here. Okay, you can put in their information in there so it's easier for you to grab. Now, what I would suggest you do, unfortunately, I forgot to put it in here, but hey, my bad, guys. Apologize for this. Quick run through videos. It's not my style. I am a longer form guy, hence why I do SEO. But what you want to do is you'll put in your top competitors in here. You'd go through and ascertain all their data, pull all of that information in, same as what we just did for ourselves. So we can move on and have a look at the keyword gap analysis. Because the keyword gap, this thing right here, super, super powerful. Now, the way you'll use a keyword gap in SEMrush is you'll click onto SEMrush, and apologies for the load, guys. It's just how it's been for me with my computer of late. Things have been taking time, unfortunately. On SEMrush, you'll come over to the left-hand column. Okay, click onto that. Keyword gap. Now, it's going to give you 5 slots. I would strongly suggest trying to use all 5. Okay, trying to use all 5. Place your competitors into here. So, of course, it's in here for me now. So I can go and grab all of my competitors and input this data into here. So let's do, and it was Empire. So now what this is doing is this is looking at all of these websites to determine, okay, they have this keyword, you don't have this keyword. So as you can see, this topical, or not a topical cluster, but essentially an overlapping cluster of keywords that we have. Very, very important. I would strongly recommend using all 5 because why not? Having more data is actually a good thing. Now, what you want to do when you're creating your SEO campaign, your SEO strategy, place that into here. So in this tab in here, place all of this here. So you're going to see all of this information across here, all of these here. These are all those businesses that we're analyzing. Okay. So what we want to do now is we want to go across and have a look at the keywords. So now you can start to ascertain, okay, well, this is our website here. So the Hernandez Plumbing is Plumbing in Miami, FL. So if we come back onto our SEO strategy document on our checklist, we can ascertain, okay, emergency plumbing near me. These guys are ranking for it. They're not. Okay, we can have a look at other keywords. Plumbers in my area. Should we go after that one? These Miami 24/7, they always do really well. So 24/7 plumbing, commercial plumbing near me, all of these types of things. Is it worth us creating keywords for? Is it creating content for? Is it worth us structuring our page for? Again, that's entirely up to you. And that's why you perform a keyword gap analysis, because there's going to be keywords that you don't even think about. And I would strongly recommend you start looking at introducing ChatGPT into possible topical clusters after you've done this step. Okay, remember Google showing you what you want, like what it needs, what will suffice its algorithm. So you don't need to go off with ChatGPT right yet. That's further down the line. That's a little bit complex, and honestly, it's kind of like a shiny object syndrome for this circumstance. Go with what's being displayed and rewarded. Grab the keywords from there. Now, from there, you're going to need to perform a backlink gap analysis. And I got asked, would have been a couple of hours ago, from a client about why does a backlink gap even matter? Why can't we just get more powerful domains? Let me show you a patent from Google. Let me try and get this picture up. Okay, so let me explain this the way I interpret it. Again, might be wrong, but I'm not an attorney, especially not a patents attorney. It's not my field. But the way this works is essentially the graph, or the links, the link graph, as some people call it. Again, a lot of jargon in the SEO world, almost more than the military. But you can see over here, right next to me, essentially what this is depicting is, let's say 106, this is a seed site. The Google has sat there and said, hey, this 106, this is an authority in this niche. If someone has a link, if they're a plumber and they have a link from 106, bang, we like it. We'll reward them for it. Now, if your business, let's just say or your competitor in this situation is this website here, 1112. If you've got a link from, this authority website and this authority website and that authority website, and you're the guy down the bottom here, it starts becoming a lot harder to rank your website. So how do you figure out what website? How do you know what ones you need? How do you do that? A backlink gap analysis. Now, even though you might be getting the juice further down the line, through other links, in the paint it specifically talks about length. So it talks about length. So, honestly, in non-jargon terms, length will just mean the further away you are from the actual seed page or the seed website. Keep referring to the terminology in there. Apologize for that. But essentially what that means is it's actually going to be harder for you. So again, even if you were to get a link, let's just say from Joe Blogs over here, which is page 114, and he's passing it to him, and this is you right here, just as an example. Oh, let's just say you're this one over here. It doesn't matter. You're further away. The length is too far. It's too great. You want to try and get as close as possible. And again, this is what I interpret from this stuff here. Go and read it. Go and read a lot of the Google patents. That stuff will help. But this is why I place so much importance on the backlink gap analysis. Now, the way you perform a backlink gap analysis in SEMrush is simply click backlink gap when you've done the keywords. Super easy. That's what I love about SEMrush, is it is super easy. Now, this is going to pull in all of this data. You will place this data into your SEO strategy checklist, okay? You will place this data in. But what you really want to look at is this column here, okay? This column right here. It's super easy to read. I've already pasted it into the spreadsheet, but I'll just show you here because it's super easy for us to visualize. Let me just try and zoom in perhaps a little bit more so it does look a bit clearer for you. Okay, oh, that's super clear now. So if you have a look here in this column here, this is what we're focusing on. When we're trying to build and we're trying to determine how to create a SEO strategy, we need to look at this column right here. See how it says 3 out of 5? That means out of the 5 websites, there's 3 of them that have a link from this website. Now, you need to think about it like this. We don't know which one from Google is the authority, but we know, considering how they're ranking higher up, well, one of them would probably have to be. So how do we determine that? You have to go out and build these links. You want to emulate what your competitors are doing. Now, something that I stress to a lot of people, don't build it to your homepage, okay? So when you are creating your SEO strategy, don't build it to your homepage, build it into internal pages. So create, honestly, if let's say there's going to be one of them is going to be horrendous, like there'll be a spammy as looking one. There'll be something in here that's just front page. Oh, that's got to be something ridiculous. And same with this one here. What is that? Yeah, that's not going to be a good wholesome page, but you still probably need a link from it. So what do you do? What do you do so you don't ruin your site? Well, create just a random blog. Honestly, AI generated, whatever it may be, throw that on your website. Send these links to that, okay? So you're still in the link graph, but if anything goes wrong, if you bring that link in and things start to plummet, burn it. Just get rid of it. It's not important. Don't invest time into that. Honestly, this is something I push with every one of my clients. We have burner pages. There's a blog page in there that costs $20 to make because it's just average as. And that's where we send all the links to. So that's what you want to do whenever you're building your backlink gaps. And that's how backlink gaps can actually help you. Now, I won't dive into it massively because, again, quicker style video. We're already at 15 minutes. I'm trying to make it short and concise. So once we've done that, we've reviewed the competitors. Remember, keyword, backlink gap, that's where you really want to start, okay? Go through, have a look at your keywords, your target keywords specifically on Google too. So like I saw before, I've documented in target keyword, we're in position 11. And it turns out, according to SEMrush, we're in position 5. So actually create a browser yourself, go through and have a look at where you actually are on Google. Have a look at different profiles, grab the missus, grab the husband's phone, however it may be for you, and just enter in that data and see where you are. Enter in those keywords. That's something that you really want to do. Now, review the core web vitals. This is a funny one. Only place specific and a lot of emphasis on this if your page's the performance is horrendous and your competitors are excelling, like they've got fast, clean sites, like load like this, then yeah, Core Web Vitals is important. Now, to check the Core Web Vitals, just click on this link here, guys. Every single thing that I talk about in here, you've got access to at the click of a button here. That's why this SEO strategy checklist is so awesome. So you can go ahead and utilize this. It's right in front of you at your fingertips. Bang. So have a look at it. But again, if your competitors are you don't need to spend money on improving it too much. Perhaps upgrading the hosting. If you're with Wix, get off Wix. Wix is not going to help you rank. They're not good. That's the first thing. Next thing, Schema Validator. So Schema Validator over here, again, click on this link, you can go across. Now, when it comes to Schema, I'm on the fence. I think it is important, but I also think it's kind of a time waster. So you want to get that balance. Now, the way you get the balance is, again, look at your competitors. So you'll go back into your competitors. When you're creating your SEO strategy, see what your competitors have got. If they have minimal schema, you have minimal schema. If they have a lot of schema where there's a lot of same as and all this crazy stuff and linking into entities, go bananas. Go and do exactly that. Do what your competitors are doing and do it well and slightly better. And that's how you would look at the schema. Citations, more so pertaining to local. This is more so a general SEO strategy. So let's say you're looking across, ranking across all of Florida. Citations, not as important compared to the local business facilitating one location. So we'll skip on from there. Now, technical SEO audit, very, very important. So let me just bring up NetPeak. Now, I use NetPeak. You've got Screaming Frog. It's a free option. I like you've got to pay for this, guys. I would recommend, honestly, NetPeak. I would recommend Screaming Frog if you don't have the budget, because honestly, it's good. It's just, this is just prettier, that's all it really is. It's prettier, easier to use. And I like prettier and easier to use. And I'm happy to pay for prettier and easier to use. So what you can see over in the right-hand column over here. So let me just try and maybe zoom in a bit for you guys as well. See if that's possible with this. I don't know if it can. But unfortunately, I don't think I can zoom in. That's as far as I can go, guys. But you want to be looking at errors. It's the main thing. Now, fortunately, this page doesn't have too many errors. Like, there's just some descriptions missing on these pages here, on these URLs. That's quite good. There's no 404s, broken links, all of that. It's quite good. The other thing is server time. So again, you can see in here how fast each page is actually responding. Love NetPeak for this. Fantastic that way. So you can have a look and see what actual content type, it is content type here. So if it's an image or something like that, that's taking a long time to be called and why it's actually taking time. So it's pretty cool like that. And you can also see any other 301s that have been moved around. If they weren't working appropriately, you can actually find out where they've gone from and where they're going to. Okay, so it's really good. And that's where you need to start with the technical audit. Now, again, if you want me to go further into it, let me know. But something that you must pay attention to. So let me just minimize this bad boy. Now, you've got your technical audit tab here. So you can place all of the information for your SEO strategy. You can place all of this data here. Okay, you've got go bananas. You can place a lot of that stuff there. Something that I would highly recommend is when you are trying to perform SEO. Now, depending upon your budget, okay, depending upon who you are, like if you're just an average business owner, you have enough tools to create and do enough as a local business. You may not need to hire an SEO to perform the work. You'll just need to hire a consultant to come in and be like, yeah, do this and this and this. What I would strongly recommend is start focusing on internal links. So I'm conducting right now a lot of internal link studies on 5 different test websites that I have. And I've actually been blown away by what's working. So I'm excited to talk about the boys tomorrow with what I've found. But I think it's very, very cool. So what you want to do is you want to create this. So I've exported this information from NetPeak. Now you'll be able to get it from Screaming Frog, same thing. You want to look at the anchor that is linking into a page. So as an example, it's from this URL. So from here, here's the anchor text and here's the page. So this is linking back into itself. So as an example, this page here, so let me widen this up for you a bit. So this page here is this here, this anchor text. So Hernandez Plumbing Co. This is linking back to the page. And you can even tell what type it is. So you can have a look and see that it's an image. Okay, so it's probably the logo. Most likely it's a logo. So if we look at the image, look across, so it's a logo. There we go. Okay, so that's fantastic. So I love this. It's just so easy. It's so pretty and easy. So yes, I'll keep singing its praises. Now, as you scroll through, you want to look at each page and see what types of links are coming in. Now, what I have been finding is that if you can try to minimize header links, so things up in the main menu, things that repeat themselves, remove that, more so focus on body related links, interesting results coming out. Interesting results. Vary it up, but not too much. And try and throw in some really long stuff. I know that might sound crazy, but if you can capture half of a sentence, not all the time, but every now and then, anything that's entity related, specific words that's in there. So if you're talking about fixing a broken pipe under the sink, that type of link, instead of broken pipe, just linking into your broken pipe repair page, fixing broken pipe under the sink, these entities can all tie in. Now, this is just an example and something that you want to look at whenever you're performing your SEO strategy. You would also want to do this to your competitors. So the pages that they're ranking well for, you got to look. And the other thing with this checklist, so you can create a pivot table. So you can highlight these two things here. We can go across, we can create a pivot table. Now, I love just having a look at it as a pivot table because we can start to ascertain the actual volume. So we can have a look at the numbers. We'll have to, it's URL in the rows from memory and values, anchor text volume. So, yep. So we can start to determine here, which is pretty cool. We can see which page actually has the most amount of internal links. So if we go, okay, well, the contact page has a heap of links coming to it. Is that right? Do we want that page to have all of the internal links? I don't think so. I think we would probably want the home page because as you can see, this site, it's not a big website. It doesn't have a lot of unique URLs. It doesn't talk about specifically, as an example, it's a lot of hydrojetting, leak detection, plumbing repair. It's not Plumber Miami as an example. There is no real geo pages structure with this. And again, another reason why I love the pivot table because I can easily figure that out. I just did it right then. We can filter through subcategories of URLs. Awesome. Whenever you're trying to create a strategy, but something very powerful that I just showed you is you can easily see where the numbers are going. Why are there so many links going into the contact page and perhaps not the home page, considering that's what we're ranking for Miami Plumber? They might not want to create another page called Miami Plumber. I'd suggest it because then you can create other geo pages like Fort Lauderdale, things down in Homestead, so on and so forth. But you can actually go, no, this isn't right. We should be moving these up to here because there's 27. If you have a look, it's probably like 5th or 6th on the list. So why are we passing a lot of power to other pages that aren't really that relevant? Is that what we want to be doing? So when you perform your technical SEO audit, look at the internal links. Look at the structure of the internal links. Very, very important. And again, Screaming Frog, you can do all this sort of stuff. It's just, I just found it more complicated. I don't like complicated. I want it to be fast and easy and be able to ascertain this, figure it out, be like, boom, this is wrong. I would move at least 100 of those to here if old mate's not willing to create another page. Alas, that's what I'd be doing. So that's pretty much how you can do an SEO strategy. Now, the other thing that you want is you've got the SEO strategy tab down here. So first thing is in month one, normally it's always an overview. So you want to look at everything. You want to go through, rip it apart, look at all the technicals, look at your competitors, look at all this, get all that data together, get it all together. Then we need to develop a content strategy system, and we also need to fix all of those problems on the website. So again, depending upon what you want and what the client wants, however it may be structured, will determine what you're going to do. So let's say you're working with a cool client. He's like, Ronnie, cool for you to go out there and create geo pages. That's my first step. First step is we've got to look at beefing out the website to make it more content tying in. We've got to tie up that backlink graph. That's the other thing. We want to start month one, trying to really get those links, close those links, close those circles, get it very close. Showed you that example with the painting. Make sure that you're emulating this, because Google has said, this is what we look at. This is what we're going to do. You want to clean up any issues on the actual website, okay? Try and clean up any technical problems. This website was pretty good. There wasn't too much going on. Those internal links though, perhaps I can redirect some of those internal links to other pages that I create, more so my service pages that I want to rank. Because if you were to move 100 links into a different area, create an additional 150 links, that really explains to Google, hey, we value this page. Because when Google sees that and they see 127 links to the contact page, they're like, oh, this is the most important page. Who puts content on their contact page? No one. None of us do. It's contact us now, contact us. So there's no real value by doing that. Have your buttons. That's it. Leave it as is. So you want to focus on that. So month one, typically when I'm performing and creating a content strategy, it is always auditing the website, auditing it in full. So full website, full. Okay. Next thing would be from there is producing the content strategy. Okay. So what's our plan with our content? What are we going to do? How are we going to structure this? That is where you need to utilize your keyword gap analysis. Okay. That is where I recommend starting, because what you're going to do now when you're creating your SEO strategy, you're going to go in here. You're going to go, okay, my client or myself, I want to go after this keyword. I want to go after, as an example, Miami Beach plumber. I want to go after that one as well. I want to go after that. So in your target keywords, you're going to place that in there. You're going to see where you're ranking for that. Exactly what I've showed you would review today. You'll come back in. You'll have a look specifically at that target keyword. Exactly what I've shown you today. Look at the competitors who are ranking well in Google for that keyword. All of this, it's just on repetition, guys. It's on repetition. You've just got to go out there every single time. Different thing. Bang, bang, bang. Then from there, like I showed you before, what would you do to rank for that specific keyword, which is Miami Beach plumber? What are you going to do? Well, you need to look and see what your competitors are actually doing. Okay, audit their page. Have a look how many links they have coming into that page internally and externally. Okay, very important. You'll need to use Screaming Frog. Have a look, ascertain. Okay, these guys have this many links coming into this page. That's what I'm going to have to exact. Okay, check that out, because you want to see if there's any discrepancies there. Same with external links. Do they have external links coming in or not? Is it just a heap of internal links? It's the same process that I've walked you through today. Now, when you're creating a content strategy, I'll make another video on that, expanding on this, because again, this is meant to be a short video and I apologize, it's 30 minutes long. So you cannot do a content strategy overnight, like very quickly, guys. I'm sorry, I tried my hardest, but I want to give you a video that's actually quite valuable that you can walk away from and say, I now know how to perform an SEO strategy, because it is challenging. Now, let me know as well if you've gained some knowledge from this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments below. Would you like this style of video to continue with complex tasks, Or do you really want me to sit there and go from A to B with you? Now, I like those longer videos. I'm happy to do those longer videos. I've just had a lot of feedback coming in. People saying they want, Ron, we want you to go from A to B every single step. Show us which button you click, explain each step. And I've had other people say, Ron, your videos are too long. I love your stuff, but I just want to get to the points. But that's the thing. All of it's points. Every single point of it is different points that we need to touch on and explain. I'm sure you've learned something new, even with my method. Now you can grab this SEO strategy checklist down a link below. It's completely free, guys. Utilize this as much as you want. Go for it. Go bananas. I'll leave the examples in here as well, so you'll know exactly how to implement that. Make sure you let me know what you think, how I should approach these videos in the future. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Thank you, guys. Appreciate the viewing. Cheers.